Peace, beautiful kings and queens, gods and goddesses. First and foremost, I love y'all. Y'all so beautiful. But Kimu SDC with you here today. And you know I gotta start it off with a PLH. Peace, love, and happiness with you all day, every day. Now today, I want to talk about not sleeping on your dream. The reason why I find it so important is simply because of the fact that I've run into so many people who say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Maybe they want to lose weight. They want to be able to run a 10K. They want to become a doctor. They want to become a lawyer. They want to become an artist, a poet, an author, whatever the case may be. They want to get into the community and do great things for children. Whatever it is that they want to be. But a lot of them create excuses for themselves. Oh, I can't do it because of... And I had to learn for myself that you got to stop creating excuses on yourself and therefore stop sleeping on your dream. Your dream is only going to go as far as the desire goes. How far does the desire go? It's going to sit right there in the clouds. And you just going to be sitting there gazing at it. Stop gazing at your dreams. Get out, like the Dungeon family said, get out and get something. You got to get up, get out, and get something. How do you do that? You start research whatever it is. If it doesn't require research, that makes it a whole lot easier. I know I run into people who say, I want to lose weight. Well, what's preventing you from losing weight? Do you know how to, if you don't know how to lose weight, there's so many resources out there. I'm sure you have friends who know how to lose weight. You can even search the internet. You can change. Best way is to change your diet. Definitely promoting the 7-day vegan challenge. What else? Work out. Bang out those push-ups real quick. You don't know how to do push-ups? Bang out some crunches real quick. Get that little six-pack trying to form in there. Go ahead, go for a run. You want to lose weight, you got to increase your metabolism and have it burn all the fat that's in your body. We can take it to an extreme in which you want to become a lawyer. If you're not a lawyer yet, you're not in school practicing or learning to become a lawyer. You can still start now. Don't wait until you get to college and be like, oh, this is too much work, I don't want to do it no more, because what ends up happening is the workload becomes discouraging. I went to school for engineering. I understand it. Engineering became discouraging, especially because I did not have the proper foundation to help push me along. I had great resources. I had friends. I had family to keep pushing me along. But it would have been a whole lot easier if I did and learned more before I got to those classes. There was a dream that I slept on for the longest since I was in grade school. I slept on it since I was in fifth or sixth grade, all the way up until the end of 2017. Why was I sleeping on it? Because back then and so many times after that, I made excuses for myself. I said, oh, I'm too young to be an author. I wanted to write my own book. My excuses were, I'm too young. My book will never be as big as popular authors at that time. J.K. Rowling being somebody that being an author that I could definitely remember reading off the top of my head. And then what's going to set me apart? And a lot of times we fall into that pit where we begin to compare our success to somebody else's. And we got to stop that. You have to stop comparing your success to somebody else's, because the other person, it has already done it. The person that you're aspiring to be, maybe you want to get that six-pack, maybe you want to run that 10K, they already put in the groundwork, they already planted the seeds to allow them to lose that 20 pounds, to eat better, to run that 10K, to run that marathon. They put in the hours. They were diligent about their dream. And you got to be diligent about your dream too. I had to learn over the years and through having mentors who don't even know that they're mentors, that you got to put in the work. You don't get results unless you put in the work. Energy for energy. And so at the end of 2017, I hunkered down and I was tunnel vision. I was like, this is my time now. And fortunately, I had my music mentor. He was like, yo, go check out this album. It's super dope. It's called Chasing Goosebumps. It's by The Playlist, and The Playlist is basically a group of artists that DJ Jazzy Jeff from Philly got together, and they created an album in 7 days. Album is dope. And there was a skit in there that I really tuned into. It resonated with me, and I hear it every day in my head. And his message was, die empty. And basically that means that people create, and this is on a broad scope, people create so much. Like for me, I create poetry. People, if you're a rapper, you write lines and lines and lines and lines and lines of lyrics. If you're a producer or a beat maker, you produce or create beats on top of beats. But many people don't get to experience those. For me, I wrote poetry. And I was just writing poetry, but the thing was, I didn't want anybody to read my poetry. And it probably had to do with the fact that I was a little insecure about poetry, about my poetry. I knew that it was good. I knew that it was dope, but I still felt a little insecure. I didn't want other people to read it. I didn't want to get the judgment from other people. But we got to get past that. If you want your dream, the only way that somebody else is going to believe in your dream is if you believe in it. Just because you think that people may not back you up on your dream, that means that you're not backing yourself up on your dream, and you don't have faith that your dream will succeed. When I completed my book back in December, published it on Amazon, by the way, it's called Rise for Our Sake. It will be posted at the end of this video. I sat there and I illustrated for an entire month. I got down, I put all of the poems that I saw fit to fit the theme that I want and the picture that I wanted to be portrayed throughout the entire book. That was me. I already had laid down the seeds for the book. I just continued to give it the proper nurturing, to give it the proper water. That's what you got to do. Your dream is nothing but a seed. But what can a seed do if it's just sitting in your hand? What can a dream do if it's just sitting in the clouds? Can't do anything. You got to take that cloud and put it into some soil, water it, nurture it, give it the right amount of sunlight. And then what ends up happening is in the end, you get a flower. Whether the flower may be a rose or some tulips, violets, whatever the case may be, you got to put in the groundwork. You got to put in that work to get there. And that's what I did. It took me, even with my business, I really decided to get down and get on top of my business and do it and really get into it, create the designs that I wish for people to see and to promote peace in a creative way. Because it's no problem just saying words, but it's cool to, wear something that represents peace, or you can feel like it represents you. But what did I do and what do I constantly do is I just make sure that I'm putting in that work, putting in that foundation, make sure I'm nurturing that seed so that my business may grow. Once I accomplish another step, I'm on to the next step, on to the next one. It's like Jay-Z said, on to the next. I'm constantly climbing up the ladder to make sure that my business gets out there, that people will see my business, see the seed that I've planted, and then they can eat the fruit of my labor. And that's how I stopped sleeping on my dream. Anything that I want now, I go get it. I go put in the work. A lot of people are afraid of failure. There's this, as there is people who are afraid of failure, there are people who are afraid of success. I had a young queen say, how are you afraid of success? It's very easy because success is very intimidating. Failure is very easy because in order to fail, you just don't have to try. But you'll never know what success looks like if you never try. So I gotta encourage you, make sure that you're trying, make sure that you're pushing to be your greatest potential. Make sure that you're getting up every day and giving off and feeding yourself positive energy, and then therefore giving off positive energy. And then once you do that, take that dream right here and put it in some soil. Put that seed in some soil, water it, nurture it until it starts to bloom. And once it blooms into a flower, you still got to make sure that it remains a flower, that it doesn't die, because you're the only one who can kill it. Nobody else can kill it. If you have doubts about your dream, people are going to have doubts about yours. So make sure that you're getting on that wonderful positive energy. Make sure that you have positive thoughts about your dream. Trust the process. It's very grueling, very tiresome, and sometimes it comes down. It gets to be a hassle in which you're like, you know what, no, I can't do this anymore. But keep trucking along, because the more and more that you keep pushing, you're going to see the fruits of those labors. So I hope that you received the message. I hope that it really pertains to you. I hope I've encouraged you to take whatever dream that you have, whether it be small, maybe it be big, losing weight, wanting to run a marathon, whatever it is. I hope that after seeing this, you go ahead and get that dream. Plant that seed, nurture it every day, not just some days, every day. And then we all going to be having a party. Woo! But I got to end on that note with the PLH. Peace, love, and happiness. Kimu SDC with you all day, every day, always. Even when you don't see me. Over and out. I love y'all. Y'all beautiful kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Peace.